Not all trends are created equal. And just because something is showing up in every window display does not mean we have to wear it. Spring fashion is full of surprises this year, but today I'm sharing the 10 trends that just are not for me. Some of them are awkward, some are impractical, and some, well, let's just say they should have stayed in 2004. So let's get into the 10 spring 2025 trends that I'm happily skipping and why they didn't make the cut from my wardrobe this season. Number one on the list, bubble skirts. Bubble skirts. I thought we said our goodbyes to this more than 2 decades ago, but they are back again, puffier than ever. I know they're meant to be flirty and playful, but honestly, they add volume exactly where most of us don't want it. Unless you're going for that marshmallow on the move look, they're just not the most flattering silhouettes. And especially for women over 50 who want a little more shape and structure. And don't even get me started on how they bounce when you walk. Cute on a 14-year-old, not so much for me. Number 2 on my list, butter yellow. This shade is everywhere this spring. And yes, it looks lovely in a bouquet, a macaron, but on clothing, butter yellow is one of the hardest shades to wear. And you know why? Because it washes out most skin tones, especially if you're cool toned or fair. And unless you're planning your outfit around it, it's tough to style with anything besides white or denim. I'd rather wear colors that make me feel radiant and pulled together, not ones that make me look like I need a nap. Number 3 on the list, cropped shirts. And here's a trend I'm dodging with a hard pass. Cropped shirts. If I have to think about whether my midsection is showing up every time I move my arms, it's a no. And this isn't about being modest. It's about being comfortable. And unless you're pairing them with high-rise pants that stay exactly in place all day, the constant adjusting to me is just exhausting. Give me a full-length top any day of the week because I feel like fashion should work with you, not against you. Number 4 on my list of trends that I am not loving for spring is asymmetrical tops. And I'm all for a fun neckline now and then, but asymmetrical tops, I can't do it. They look great on hangers and on fashion models, but in real life, I feel like they're a styling nightmare. You need a special bra. They never sit right, and they make layering practically impossible. And to me, it feels like one of those trends that's just more trouble than it's worth. Plus, they throw off the visual balance of an outfit, especially when you're looking to achieve a clean, balanced silhouette. So yes, I will be skipping the one shoulder confusion of the season. Number 5 on my list, soft suede. Suede is one of those materials that always looks good. It has that soft, buttery texture that makes any bag or shoe look luxe. But when it comes to actually using it for spring, that's where it loses me. Now, we're not seeing it as much in clothing right now, but it's showing up all over the place in shoes, handbags, and accessories. And that is where the problem begins, because suede doesn't actually mix that well with real life. One unexpected spring drizzle, one splash from the parking lot, or even just grabbing your bag with sunscreen or moisturizer on your hands, and you've got a spot that is never coming out. Plus, to me, for spring, suede just feels a little off-season. Spring calls for lightness, textured canvas, woven raffia, buttery leather. Suede just feels a little too rich and a little too heavy for the vibe. And let's be honest, I'm trying to simplify my life, and suede is high maintenance. I don't want to baby my accessories or worry about it brushing up against the side of a bench and it's going to leave a permanent mark. So as much as I love the look of suede, I'm leaving it off my list for this season. I really want accessories that can keep up with me and not ones that I have to tiptoe around like they are a fancy museum piece. Number 6 on my list is brown as the new neutral. Now, don't come for me in the comments. I know this one is controversial, but brown is not my new neutral. It may be trendy right now, but it just does not feel fresh or uplifting on me. When I think of spring, I want crisp white, ivory, navy, or great black and white combo. Brown feels so heavy and autumnal, like I should be holding a pumpkin spice latte and wearing tall boots. I'll pass for now and circle back in October. Number 7 on my list is woven and mesh shoes. Okay, let's talk about woven and mesh shoes because they're absolutely everywhere right now. From flats to slip-ons to sporty sandals. That see-through mesh upper is having a serious moment. They might be stylish on the shelves. I'm just not feeling it. Personally, I don't love the openness of the mesh. I like my shoes to have structure, coverage, and a little more polish. The whole barely there upper thing just feels a little too trendy for me. And woven styles, same story. They can start to look sloppy quickly, especially once the material starts to soften or stretch out. I want my footwear to feel polished and put together, not like a summer craft project. So while this might be the darling of the shoe aisle this season, they are not going to make it into my closet. Number 8 on my list is bag charms and east-west bags. Now let's talk about handbags, especially bag charms. Now I know they're all over social media and popping up on designer bags left and right, but to me the bag charms feel childish and gimmicky, like something you'd find at Claire's Accessories in your middle school mall days. And don't get me started on the price tags of these items. Some of these trinkets can cost hundreds of dollars just to dangle off the side of your bag that you've already spent a fortune on. It's one of those trends that looks cute in theory, but ends up adding unnecessary clutter, noise, and weight to a bag that should already be doing its job. I think this is one of those blink and you'll miss it fads. It'll be everywhere this season and then totally forgotten about by fall. So why invest in something that's more likely to end up in your accessory graveyard than your everyday rotation? Now let's talk about another bag pet peeve of mine. It's those east-west bags. It's that short, wide silhouette that's suddenly popping up in every department store. And for me, it's a hard no. Not only is this shape awkward to carry under your arm, but they tend to be really short and don't hold enough. It feels like form over function in the worst way. Give me a structured tote or a chic crossbody that I can actually rely on. Not one that's trendy for the moment, but makes me dig around for my sunglasses like I'm mining for gold. Number 9 on my list is barn jackets. Now this one might be a little spicy, but I have to say it. Barn jackets are not it. They're bulky, they're boxy, and to me, they make me feel like I'm heading out to tend the chickens. And don't get me wrong, I love a good casual jacket, but I want one with a little shape. A trench, a modern utility jacket, or even a soft motor jacket. It gives you structure and style without having to veer into farming and lumberjack territory. I will take style and function with no bales of hay required. Number 10 on my list is plaid. Now listen, I love plaid in the fall and winter, and I have quite a few plaid items to prove this. But this season in spring, it just feels out of place. The color palettes are muddy, the patterns are busy, and they just don't blend well with the lighter, airier pieces that really define spring style. Plaid in spring always just looks a little confused, like you've wandered into the wrong season and didn't get the memo. I'll save mine for pumpkin patch weather. All right, that's my list of spring trends I'm skipping. And if any of these are hanging in your closet right now and you love them, keep wearing them. Style is personal, and these are just trends that don't work for me. But now I want to hear from you. Which trends are on your no-go list this season? Or did I just diss your new favorite thing? Tell me in the comments. You know I love hearing from you. And if you've missed my video on the spring trends that I'm loving, you can check it out right here. Stay gorgeous, and I'll see you in the next video.